Okay, we're recording. So, this part is to set up Gauntlet. So, Gauntlet, if you can give us just a quick, basic, brief history of how you came about being a hero.
Okay, so the Gauntlet came to be a hero after being involved in a terrorism attack. That was really timely of that story to be written, wasn't it?
Yeah, this
Um,
just so everyone knows, this is actually, the story was sort of written a week or so before what happened in Christchurch. So,
yeah.
this is not a...
Whereby the the human being known as James Beer was involved in a bombing attack on a medical institution where he worked as a prosthetics and robotics um, inventor, so to
Mm-hmm.
speak, losing one of his arms, his left arm, and the control of his lower limbs through an injury to his spine. So naturally, the medical centre, not wanting a cripple working for them, not very nice of them, but paid him out a fairly lump sum, which he then turned into a robotic spine and a way that could, attach with his neural system, and also a bolt-on rocket pack and controllable wings that again, he can control via his mind when the spine is currently in use. And then he set about reconstructing a left arm with all manner of weird and wonderful powers, featuring a the ability to form a fairly powerful energy blast,
Mm-hmm.
um, a form of containment field, a force field,
Mm-hmm.
a sonic attack for shattering crystalline and glass, things, and the ability to, you know, uh, possibly control electrical items with a, tethering bolt of electricity.
Mm-hmm.
It's also fairly sharp clawed,
Okay.
and this gave way to his name as the Gauntlet.
Rightio, so I'm just loading up a quick little picture for people to see. Once it loads on, it should be pretty quick. I'll just pump that up. Again, found on the
I'm
internet,
really
so
wishing I had the white robo suit. Man, that would have been better.
a white robo suit.
The white robo suit on the group picture.
Wampa.
The Gypsy Danger, yeah.
Okay, so, you bugger.
Right.
So
My
we're not...
stats? Where's my stats? Need to actually fill in some
Right,
bits.
pretty good picture of the gauntlet.
Um,
Okay, rightio. So, the game, or the session, opens up roughly 3 months after the gauntlet has been created. The accident's happened. You've gone through surgery. You've recovered as best you can. You adopted the guise of the gauntlet and trying to make amends or right wrongs or whatever it is your
That's
mind
it.
thinks has to happen.
Dish out justice where it, or prevent other accidents of such nature.
Rightio.
Be very,
And
very anti-terrorist.
yep. So the other thing too is that what was his first name?
James,
James actually is
or
Canadian.
or or Jimmy, as he prefers to be called.
Right. Okay. So he's Canadian, and the amount of money he got paid out was
I cannot remember. It was
a
something like
couple of million.
a couple of million,
Yeah.
1.8 million or something.
Yeah. So that's sort of the setting. So James, you're in Staunton, which is the large town, almost a city, but not quite, where the initial accident happened. Although you're in a different neighbourhood. This is the neighbourhood known as Forbes. Forbes is a very eclectic mix. So you have high tech businesses with boutique salons. Um, you have coffee shops. You have some financial businesses either banks or places where they hold storage deposit boxes, all that sort of stuff. But anyway, it's that sort of area, and right smack in the middle of it, as you can see, is a small park known as
Yep.
Forbes Park. Forbes Park is I haven't finished it, but that's as far as I got. So it's usually surrounded by a wall of roses, but they've had to cut them back, as so the story goes. It's also known for its fountain and its three muses, what I call the muses, who face north, south, east, west. Really large statues of women with sort of winged helmets on and all that sort of stuff. So it's a normal day. It's Tuesday afternoon, around about 2 o'clock. James doesn't have a job as such anymore. And the first thing James is aware of, so James has taken to surveillance, I believe.
Yes.
Yep, so he is flying.
Normally he would have been in an oracle sort of role, so he'd be flying around at the moment, using one of his many 18 hours, I think, of jet.
Right, yeah. So James is on the map here. I'm just going to put him, he's obviously flying. I'll just zoom in a little bit, not too much, because it's not very fine control on the zoom. And James, what I need you to do is just to so you're a man of action, you've been a man of business. Give me a percentile roll, please.
1d100.
Okay.
And a 63 is not going to meet any sort of detect danger, detect hidden.
Nope, so you're flying through. So I'm going to say you're about here when I've got to make a dice roll, because obviously if they fail it's going to do something different. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Cool. I've got to go to a different level. Sorry. Oh, excellent. Here we go. Sorry, just so you can see. Oh, that was very clever, Steve. Why aren't you doing anything?
1, yes. 1.
Okay, so the southern woman, female, whatever you want to call it, I'm just not sure. Anyway, okay, I'll put it up to 5 feet, save the change. It's not doing it, so I'm not going to worry. Thank you very much for nothing, roll 20. So this bottom piece here, which I can't really do a hell of a lot with, because it just does not want to do anything, but this area here suddenly explodes and the statue travels in all sorts of directions. There are some people walking around the pathways, a few people walking through the park. No one is actually hit by anything, but just suddenly this whole thing just blows up, boom, and it does take you by surprise, like it takes a lot of other people by surprise. Yeah, so not needing to go into combat just yet, but what are you doing?
Well, obviously I will be flying over as close as I can to make sure that the other statues do not have any other explosives on them in the event that they're trying to take out all 4. So
where you go?
I've definitely got the movement for that, because I fly at God knows what o'clock.
Okay, so give me a detect 2 percentile rolls, please. Okay, so
14 should be low enough with a 20 intelligence.
Alright, so what you do pick up, if I can pick up the right person, what you do pick up is that hiding in these trees over here, there seems to be a gentleman in some camo gear. That's probably why you can see him that well. who has a bazooka, who's reloading it.
Okay. Step
So
1.
now we will go into combat.
Combat. Very well.
1d
10 plus 9.
so 8 plus
9 for him probably, so he's going to finish before I am.
Okay, so what's your top number?
14. My top number is 14. That's
Okay.
the only action I get this round.
Okay, 20.
Yep.
He gets to load it.
Yep.
It takes an action to load it. Then we roll down to a 14.
Yep. I'm going to attempt to zap the bazooka with an electrical charge.
From that distance.
Where is he? Sorry, I can't see which trees he's hiding in.
Beg your pardon. Is that going to work? Yes, it is. Right
Because
down
I've
here.
unfortunately got my bloody character sheet in the way and things.
Right down here.
Oh, right down there. No, sorry. We are going to probably actually do since we would have come in this way, we'll start moving around this way in a longer than normal, so that he may not, if he wants to turn to aim at me, he's possibly going to be.
Okay. Can you put
aiming
yourself
somewhere else.
back here?
Yep.
Okay, give me another percentile dice. Detect danger is what you're looking for.
What are we? 29. I don't think that that's going to come close. Nope.
Nope.
Up by
Okay.
9%.
Rightio. So, unfortunately,
Straight.
some from under cover of this tree,
Yep.
again in camouflage, a gentleman stands up and he squirts what looks like as a flamethrower directly at you.
Okay.
So, I'll see what this gentleman does. Do you have any defences up, or it's just the armour at the moment, isn't
Just
it?
the armour. That's all I've got.
Okay, so I just need to see where my combat table is.
I'm level 1.
Yep.
So
Level 1 versus level 1, I think is...
the only thing that he's not going to be able to do to me is he's not going to be able to choke me out with smoke.
No. Okay,
The armour also has life support.
Yep. Okay, so nobody needs to hit you. And he gets it.
He hits me.
What?
Yep, I was about to say, and he hits me.
Yep. So, roll, if you get a 51 or above, your armour hasn't taken the hit, you do take the hit.
Yep.
Percentile.
Armour's taken the hit.
Lucky man. So, okay, so you are a wash of flames.
Yep.
It's not the sort of flamethrower that is sticky. It doesn't stick on you and continue. It washes
Yep.
over you, around you.
Yep.
And he basically interrupted you to do that.
Yep.
It not having any effect. What you also, I'm going to say you're aware of this. There's another gentleman that is hiding way over here.
Yep.
Who just takes a pot shot at you with a auto rifle.
Okay.
Just got to go
I was
for...
about to say, he's got some good range then.
Yeah, he does. Auto rifles have a fairly good range.
No, I mean in terms of hopefully it'll have a range penalty, but
Yep.
you could still hit.
Yep. So his range is... Sorry, looking for the range. Okay. Inches, so each one of these is an inch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 29 inches. No range modifier. Scary. Okay.
There should still be something. It's
1
based
to
on-
30 is no range modifier.
okay.
Yep. So here's a plus. Ooh.
Oh Jesus!
Okay, one moment. Okay, he opens fire, it misfires, it doesn't do anything else, nothing horrible. But at the same time, you're aware of... Good grief. A guy in the bushes here. Well, you're not aware, I need you to make a detect danger, otherwise he's going to attack you from behind. No. Okay, so he gets a +2 on top of all of his stuff, which also means you can't roll with it, but he does hit. So again, let's see if the armor takes the damage.
No, the armor does not.
Okay, but the
I can
damage...
very much dead right here.
No. Oh, I forgot, you don't have many hit points.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage.
Mhm.
Owie, owie, owie. There goes half my thing.
Yep, and you got a 3% chance. I'll roll that. No, but we're all rolling... Oh no, well, first of all, if I put the right...
Rolling 100, yeah.
Yeah. Rolling 100, and strangely enough I got 100. Nope, he doesn't knock you out. So, at this moment, just so you're aware, you still haven't got to finish your action. But all of a sudden you've been interrupted by all these people. And they don't seem to have targeted anybody else apart from the statue and you. Although it has created a lot of chaos. Several cars have veered away, people are running across roads, obviously people are panicked running away. So even though the area around you looks clear, it's actually full of a lot of chaos. No one at this point, as far as you're aware, has been hurt, but of course the longer this goes on for, the greater the risk. So back down to your 14, I think, is your action.
Yeah.
What do you wish to do?
That's great. Okay, well, having cited this,
The bazooka guy has loaded.
has loaded. Yes, I know. He's my number 1 priority. Hang on, I just want to see.
Sorry, I forgot to mention the flamethrower guy. The flamethrower doesn't actually have that much of a range.
Yeah.
You notice it doesn't go very far. That far.
What did the guy hit me with in the back? Just
another auto rifle.
Okay, right. Well, let's instead consider flying to this location. And then I'm going to hover in place. I'm going to target the, like I say, the dude with the rocket launcher.
Yep.
With an electric blast, and then I'm going to spin around and fire another electric blast at the guy here with the thing and try and take out 2 birds with 1 stone.
Okay, so 2 attacks, and you're not trying to do anything special, it's just blasting with electricity.
Literally hit them with the electricity and pray that they get knocked out.
Rightio.
Now that
so they've got a hit.
Yes,
so they have no, so this is an electrical, lightning control, which
1,
is
so base 15. Yeah,
-1 is 14 plus any accuracies you have.
Yeah, okay, so back to 15.
Right. So the first guy, the bazooka guy, that's a hit.
And the other guy is a hit.
Right, so that's
2d8.
2 extra power points for doing the second attack, plus all the points for the power points and the charges off the weapon.
8 charges and 2 power points.
Yep.
Gone.
Okay, so damage on the first guy. I've got to see if his armor takes it. Yep, so damage on the first, the bazooka guy.
On the bazooka guy, yeah, I'm sorry, 2d8 plus 1. Is it? No, am I in the +2 area for intelligence, knowing where I'm heading? I am in the +2 bracket. Roll.
12.
12 points.
Oh, how unlucky is that? It doesn't seem to affect him. It seems to roll around him and then roll off and drain, go earth in the ground.
Armor again. Love it.
And the second guy?
And the other guy, only 6 points of damage. How miserable.
But it does do 6 points of damage to this guy. He does see the attack coming, And he can roll with 4 of that. Sorry, I just need to get a pen. He can roll 4 of that, which takes 2 points of damage, and he's got a 2% chance of being knocked unconscious. Okay, while in this initial round of... Nah, he's not unconscious. While in this initial round of all this going on, bam, 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 as I said, there's people screaming, there's people falling over, people hurt, running on other people, all that sort of stuff. Although your focus is on trying to, for whatever reason, contain why these guys have done this, you have no idea at the moment. Don't forget, you can use your detects as not as an action, but as a part of your whatever you're doing if you need to.
Yeah.
On a 5, unfortunately, these guys get a second attack. So bazooka guy.
Yep.
Targets you.
Like.
Yeah. It doesn't look like they're messing around. That will hit you.
Yep.
So armor.
Takes it.
Right, so I don't need to roll it, but just so you know, it's 2d4 damage and it's in a burst radius. So you'll know if he actually does get to hit group an area, he's going to hit a crowd. At the moment, the others seem to hit individual targets as far as you're aware. The auto rifle guy will have another shot at you, and unfortunately hits you. Your armor.
Takes it.
Cool. And then that's, this guy from way over here will have an attack with a penalty. So where are we? So that's the wrong way. It goes up 1, 2. Yeah. But that hits you.
And the armor does not take it.
But you are
aware.
You're aware, so you can try to roll with as much. How much can you roll with?
I can roll with 5.
5? Okay, let's see how much damage this thing does. Otherwise, it's going to be a very short game.
Roll with both.
Okay, alrighty. So far, you're in the game. So, the guy with the flamethrower, all he seems to do is move over closer to the statue, and as long as he doesn't roll ridiculous numbers, hits it, and it's starting to destroy it a little bit. But they seem to be targeting, apart from you, those things. So there doesn't seem to be any other purpose to what they're doing. Okay, so we go to the end of the round. And no one is doing anything in particular there.
Nope.
So therefore, I need you to
roll initiative.
Roll initiative. Plus what? Ooh, it's tied. 18 each. So what's your agility?
9. They go for me.
They go just before you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do the 2 auto pistol guys. The bazooka guy's got to spend the first part loading and the second part shooting. So it's just the 2 auto guys at the moment, trying to do some nasty stuff to you. So the close one hits. The far away dude, I should add a 1 to that. 13. That still, I believe, hits.
14. So if the base is 15, he hits.
Yep.
Is he only -1?
No. Auto pistol base is 5 hand to hand.
Oh, is it? Then that's a miss.
5 plus that 13 should be a 14. 5 plus the bonus of an auto rifle, which is
minus range.
No, that's the first guy. So he's got no range problems. It's the second guy that's got the range problem.
Yeah, and that's why I say the second
Plus
guy
6, so 11 he needs. So the second guy...
misses. That was the second guy. The first guy rolled a 10 and hit me.
Sorry. Sorry. I beg your pardon. Yep. So even in the confusion, there's still more confusion. So so we got to remember, this is half a minute old. So things are happening very fast.
At least they're aiming up to hit me, so bullets are going into buildings behind me. But
yeah. So that's about the only bonus.
At least
as
you're
long
not
as you
aiming at ground level where the bullets are straying into a crowd.
Yep, so that's something you don't have to worry about just yet. Except that we need to roll damage.
And I need to roll to see if armor will take it, which it does not. Shit.
That's
And
2 points.
yeah,
1
I
point.
realised.
Minimum 1 point.
Yep. Which one I roll with that?
Okay, that's pretty good. And then on 18...
The flamethrower guy is still torching away the other one, I assume.
He's still melting the other statue.
I'm going to swap 2 power blasts in the hope that I can actually get through their armor and again target this guy, and what the hell, let's go for that guy as well.
Which guy?
The flamethrower dude.
Okay, so that you miss on any one of them, they all miss.
No, actually, you know what? I'm going to focus on the rocket launcher guy. His armor covers his head. No, that could be dangerous. That could be dangerous.
What they look like to you is they sort of remind you of soldiers. These guys probably are mercenaries.
Okay.
Which means...
I'll just pick on the 2 again.
Okay, but with power blast as opposed to electrical.
Power blast as opposed to electrical.
Okay. Cool.
That is a hit.
Yep.
And that is a hit.
Right.
No, that was my bloody damage. Sorry,
okay.
That's not right. Why on earth did you roll that when I just told you to roll a d20?
I don't know. So a hit.
Oh, and the other one's a wild miss. So
okay,
they both
roll.
miss.
Okay, roll a d20 again. The wild shot could do some damage. Nope, good. Okay, this time it's both a miss. Yep. We come down to the 3.
Whatever it is, 3. Yep, and they get to go off first again.
So the bazooka guy gets to launch the bazooka against you, which is not a good look. That's unfortunately definitely a hit. The guy with the close. Okay. Oh god, look at that, critical. Would have been a critical, but it's not. See if the
take it.
Okay, and the distant guy who gets a -1.
There's a wild miss.
There's a miss. Okay. And the flamethrower guy is going blash, 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 blash. He's almost melted the
statue down. Yay. Okay, so once again the exact same thing as last round. Last action, I should say.
Yep. Don't forget to spend 2 extra power points each.
Yeah. Roll hit. Roll miss.
Isn't it a bastard?
Chance and I passed that off.
Rightio.
Right, and back to initiative.
Yep. While you're doing this, can you sort of give me an understanding of what you're doing as what's your processes here? I know you're focusing on trying to.
Like I say, I want to take out the guys. Well, I want to keep them aiming at me, but I also want to try and take out the heavy weapon first, because that's the one that, if it does hit a crowd, is going to be the most obvious. I haven't seen any of them that are, more dangerous than him yet.
Okay, so are you going to do anything about that?
Well, the only other thing would be to actually attempt to disarm him of the weapon and destroy it, and that might be what I'm about to attempt.
That actually wasn't what I meant, but you said you haven't seen anyone else.
Yeah, I will make sure that I, in my next action, have a look around and make sure no one else is being taken hostage, or no one else is doing anything untoward.
Reroll for initiative.
Okay.
Whoa, that's bad news for you.
Yeah, well, I can't beat that.
Nope.
So 1d10. That plus 9 is 16. So
at least you get 2 actions.
Yeah.
So on a 22, Bazooka Joe gets to fire off at you.
No, he shouldn't be reloading, shouldn't he? He just fired.
If he fired, then he's actually had his actions for this round, because the first one should always be a load, and the second one
Yeah,
should be a
so
hit.
on 22 he should be reloading, yeah.
Yeah. So okay, so he's reloaded. Well, he's done the attack, and that effect's taken. So it's just the two auto pistol guys,
Yeah.
auto rifle guys. Sorry.
Damn it.
Okay, the first
I really
guy.
need to take some people out. This is starting to get way too hard hitting.
Yeah. Does hit you.
Does not get taken up by the...
Okay, and the second guy does hit you.
Is me. And that one is taken by the armor.
Right, and here's the dangerous roll. Good luck. I have no idea what it's going to do. Oh, for goodness sake.
2 points. Roll with it.
Getting very close.
Yep.
Okay. So the flame dude guy is moving over to start on the next
Statue.
Yep. So this one's all melted and bungaroo. They're doing some really effective PR work, because people are screaming. You can hear the sounds of sirens coming. Yeah. It's, as I said, it's moving fast, and we're really only now just getting into like 45 seconds of the combat of the whole thing starting. So this is moving very fast. They have had their
as long as they're
attacks.
targeting me and not the others, so like I say, my turn on 16.
And so first of all, a percentile, please.
Yep. See if there's anyone else that shouldn't be here. No, I haven't spotted
Okay,
the
so
squad,
you can't
so we'll
see much of anything anywhere.
Yep. I'm going to start floating a little bit back towards the other guys, in the hopes that I can do this. I'm going to... It's 2 rolls to target a specific weapon, isn't it? Yeah. I still just want to take them out. It's the quickest option. Yeah, another power blast.
On each of them?
Actually, let's just make it really difficult. Let's just fly all the way back to here. Make it difficult for that guy over there to hit me bang on. Actually, can I use this tree as cover if I'm hovering in it? Yep. I will hide it, or hover just in the tree, because I know exactly where he is in there. And fire a single power blast just at him.
At who?
The rocket launcher guy.
Okay.
Pow. Hit.
Rightio. Give me a second. I'll check if his armor takes it.
Wow! That was not good.
Oh, you miss.
No, that was my damage.
Oh, excellent team. And his armor doesn't take it.
Oh, it doesn't take it?
No.
Oh god.
So he goes flying back across here and skids and smashes into the building. He's definitely out for the count.
He will be one that I'm going to go check for medical attention as soon as I can put the other ones down.
Rightio. They then go on a 7. So this guy here is the only one that seems to have any ability to attack you of any with any great ease. 4, 16, 26. Yep. Okay. So it doesn't really afford you any cover from him, but from the other guy definitely. And he can't use an auto rifle for indirect fire. So one attacks you.
Daka. That
interesting.
Is a 1d 120.
That's a very interesting roll.
It's a very interesting dice. I'd like to see that one.
Yeah. Unfortunately that does hit. And your armor, please.
It takes it.
It takes it. Right. Ping. Okay.
The flamethrower guy is still working on the statue.
Yeah, so I'll just make sure that he is hitting that and nothing else horrible, or it hasn't blown himself up. Nope. He's starting to... Okay, he's probably a really great vandal. Just, burning.
Yeah.
Actually, he's only targeting. He's not just willy-nilly spraying the whole park, which he could easily do. But
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
really
He could set the
purposely
place on fire,
targeting.
but he really hates these statues. Yeah. So on my turn, we're going to. That brings me down to the next level for when I go to roll with damage. It's gonna suck. Pay 2 power points. I said pay 2 power points for an action. Hover a little bit further, but more towards him, and we're actually going to take him out, considering his weapon is one that can actually do some damage to the thing. So, hopefully, without him realizing that I'm about to shoot him in the back.
Well, not the back, but
well,
from the
shoot
side,
him from
which gives you a
the
+1.
side, which yep.
I'll just see if he does detect you or not. Nope, +1 to hit him. And his buddies like that. Yeah. Ooh, damage.
So 9 points of damage.
Okay, and his armor. Takes it. It's not nice having all this new type of armor, isn't it?
No.
It's great for you, but not so great for you.
Depends on exactly what level of they've got. 25%, whatever.
Yep.
Right.
Okay. That sort of is the end, I believe. So
yep, that was on a 1. So at least Bazooka Joe was out for the count by the time he had it reloaded.
Okay, you might have a good chance here. If you get high enough.
Okay, roll 1d10 and add 9. No, they still beat me.
Okay, but okay.
Because I'm on 11.
You're on 11 and they're on a 13.
No, 13. They've got 12 agility. Jesus, they're actually decent human beings.
That's why they're mercenaries.
Yep.
Okay, so we I think are now in our 1 minute and 15. The sirens are coming. The police are going to get here pretty quickly. Of course, the problem with that is then these guys might decide to change targets. So on a 13, you can see, what can you see?
So there's this guy up here, this guy up here.
Yeah.
My problem is if they go for hostages.
Yeah. This at the moment doesn't look like I've done that. This guy here will try to hit you, but you'll have some cover. You have -2 to be hit. And also a -1 from the distance, but that cancels out because it's got a +1 on accuracy. So they go first. So the guy with the auto rifle closest to you has a shot at you.
That's a D100, Steve, and don't ask me
that's
how you rolled
really,
a 0. I don't know how you rolled a 0 on a D100.
I would really like to know how I got a 0, especially just a 1-digit 0. That's Roll20's doing an awesome job tonight.
Oh, he hits.
The 1. Yep. The guy with
Armor takes it.
Cool. The auto rifle guy far away. Still manages to hit. No, still manages to hit. Hang on. To 12. No, it does miss. Sorry, misses.
Yeah.
And the guy with the flamethrower, I've got to check to see if he actually can get you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He can just hit you.
Oh.
Or diagonal, so it's like 12 actual squares. He's got a that's just within range of his flamethrower. Okay, so he has a go at hitting you.
He's got a good chance too.
But you've got cover. He does manage to hit you. Yep.
And armor does not take it.
Okay.
So this is going to hurt.
It will. You can roll with it if you're lucky.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Oh, I can't roll with that much.
No.
I can only roll with 4, and then I'm definitely down and out after the remaining.
Okay, how much is the remaining?
So 4, 9, 3, 6 more into my power. So
okay, right. So you fall unconscious and begin to fall through the trees.
Yep.
After some moments of blankness, what you discover is you sort of wake up. there seems to be some person in white and some people in some sort of black leaning over you. So as you sort of come to, you can see it. Well, not white. They've got a white shirt on, but it's a medic who seems to be attending to your exposed flesh. And you've got some police people who've got their guns trained on you.
Hands up.
Yeah, you've still got the gauntlet thing on your arm, so
Yeah, well,
they are very, very.
It is an arm.
Yep.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So obviously I'll open-handedly, like, sort of, or keep it pointed at the ground or anything like that. Yeah.
Because they don't know that you're awake under your mask.
Yeah.
And they can't remove your helmet because it's part of your armor, which is part of you, sort of thing.
Yeah. You know, as I wake up, officers.
Okay, so they sort of, you know, they get a bit more defensive and point their guns at you, like, you know, how they point your gun at you harder or something. You know, anyway. The medic guy sort of stops for a moment but then carries on with his work.
To obviously, you know, talk to the officers. Say, would you mind if I set up? I will keep my arm, you know, pointed at a neutral location for you.
Then one says, drop the weapon.
It's an arm.
Drop the arm, he says.
As much as I would like to do that, I can't really drop an arm.
Okay, so they just tell you to lie there still.
If you would like,
move.
I can deactivate it. Cough, cough.
Yes, deactivate the arm.
Okay, deactivate. Let it just go dead at my side.
Right. Okay. And they say, "Have you done it yet?" Because they don't know.
Yeah, like I say, I just, like, if they let me set up, it'll just be dragging to my side, like I've just let it go dead.
Okay. So eventually you're taken to the medic sort of clears you as best he can, and you're taken down to the precinct in a very secure unit, and you're interviewed by a detective. Two detectives are there. There's another man there. You're not sure who or what he is. You haven't removed your helmet, so they can't actually identify you. So they, so they're saying they.
Oh, no.
How do we take this
precinct,
helmet?
I'll be asking silly questions like, you know, did the other three get away? Was the other perpetrator, you know, captured, or did they manage to uplift him and escape as well?
Other three? What do you mean other three?
We
are here to ask questions of you.
Okay.
So they start off with the usual ones like take off your helmet, but you don't have to, you know.
Yeah. Cough, cough, not likely.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to have become fused to my thing in the ball. As I attempt to remove it, yeah, it ain't happening.
Okay. So they say, so what's your name?
Gauntlet.
Is that your first name or your last name?
That would be the, you know, alias that I have taken up in, you know, fighting crime.
Fighting crime, isn't that our job?
You guys do, and, you know, a lot. Surely, like, how new to the world is superheroes?
Super long, a long line going all the way back to before World War II.
Okay, right. So, you know, yes, you do a very fine job. However, there are people out there, like those at the park today, that had weaponry that...
You say people, how many people?
4.
We recovered
one. Two armed with auto rifles, one armed with some kind of high-tech flamethrower, and one armed with a rocket-propelled grenade. That was the one that I did manage to disable before they managed to gun me down.
So they say, so that would be the gentleman on such and such a street.
Point to the various, the one that was to the south of the park.
Right. And you say there were 3 others.
3 others.
Well, we do have some
Two
reports
two boasting.
corroborating that there was fires shot and someone burning stuff down, and some person that seemed to be flying above them all, taking pot shots at them. So are we to assume that you are some new superhero?
I'm exactly that, yes.
So do you have a license? Have you been recognised by the city, or are you a vigilante?
At this point, I would be a vigilante.
You realise that we have laws against that,
I did.
and yet you still engaged in activity with what could be seen as a dangerous weapon.
Yes.
It's about this time the man that's there says, excuse me, you haven't met me, but I'm here to represent you, and I would suggest that you say no more.
Right. I was about to say, yeah, I should have really just clammed up with the word lawyer right at the start, shouldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't tend to make me very many friends, though.
Mm-hmm. Well, he
The
says,
long story short is that I was actually, just testing, the rocket pack. I had no intention of, engaging with the weapon until, of course, people, actively started attacking in the middle of the park, in the middle of the public.
but you're a vigilante, and you operated a dangerous device yourself.
Within reason.
Within reason. Do you know that you actually shattered the man's rib cage, and he's got both arms are broken?
He's alive?
Yes, he's alive. Just.
Oh, good. Hate to think how much damage he could have done with that rocket-propelled grenade had he been firing into the crowds.
Well, we'll let the courts handle that then, will we?
If
you are not going to cooperate with him,
keep his limbs.
Are you going to cooperate with us and answer our questions, or do you wish to wait until you've talked to your legal representative?
I think I'd rather cooperate with the police.
And the lawyer sort of looks at you and goes,
yeah, I understand. I'll wave him off.
All right then, he says.
Yeah.
So he says you need to cooperate and remove that helmet.
Okay, so okay, so we'll remove the helmet.
Are you doing this while the lawyer's there, or once the lawyer's
once the lawyer's removed himself.
Okay. Rightio. Okay, so your name is?
James Beer.
Right. Okay, James. So what led you to take up this vigilantism?
I give my full backstory of how, obviously, if they really like sort of, because I don't know whether or not any restraints they have would have gone around the size of the bloody gauntlet itself. I'll detach it from the actual armor.
Okay, it's so about now. There's a knock on the door, and the door opens a little bit, and someone says, "Detective, you need to turn on the TV." And so he turns on the TV, and there's news all over it, and someone's interviewing the mayor. And the mayor says, well, we have uncorroborated reports that there seem to be some sort of hero trying to deter the attackers at the site. So if anyone knows who this person is, or if this person wants to report to my office, I'd like to talk about your heroism and recognise your heroism on the day, and talk to you a bit more about perhaps protecting Stanton.
Okay.
So the two detectives look at each other, and you see one of them sort of rolling his eyes.
Yeah. I'd feel like that if my job had just been friggin', done like that too.
Right, so he says, so I guess you better put your helmet on.
I was about to say, reattach my arm.
And we'll accompany you to the mayor's office. We will be talking to him about our report and our view on this. Until that stage, we will not be. Until we hear from the mayor, we'll take it from there.
Yeah.
So basically, you get put in the back seat of a car, taken over to the mayor's office. There's a whole lot of people there. The two detectives sort of march you in. There's some police sort of stopping the reporters and all that sort of stuff, throwing lots and lots of questions. You get led into the mayor's office. The mayor turns around. Well, he's sitting in his chair talking to people, answering phones. Stands up and he says, "Ah, this must be the hero. Thank you, detectives." And the older of the two sort of starts up to say, Mayor, though, he's a vigilante. He's not registered with anybody. And yes, but he did save the day, and we need that sort of news story in Stanton. He says, but he broke the law. And he says, well, how do you know he's not a secret weapon from the mayor office that your department hasn't actually been briefed on yet? Do you know that? And you can see a real, a real sour look coming across the detectives.
I was about to say if they could see the look on my face, which is like, oh, face palm.
So,
they're not stupid.
No. But anyway, the mayor asks them to wait outside, and
as the detectives go to leave, I will at least, sort of offer a hand, shake it, and, apologize for the chaos caused. If I can, did I get their names?
Yeah, I'm going to give pretty stock standard names. Detective Ramirez, I don't know why I always pick Ramirez, and
good cop,
Detective Roth.
Yeah, Roth and Ramirez. Okay.
Yeah. So they leave outside. So the mayor says, "Please sit down." So yes, we do have a little bit of sticky legal stuff to deal with, but if you're willing to become the guardian of Stanton, I'm sure we can organise something and overlook this one infringement, because it will require you to do some public
PR.
appearances and da 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 da.
Yeah. As long as it's no children's bloody. Actually, what James probably would do, sort of, don't light fire, kids, sort of crap. Don't play with explosive devices.
So he's proposed you to come to various soirees, and you sort of know these things to be like money generators.
For his campaign. Yeah.
But he's
I was about to say, he is a decent mayor, or would I have voted for the guy?
He's done pretty well. Well, I don't know if you voted for the guy, but he's done pretty well. There's been no allegations of corruption or anything around him.
Yeah. And hey, let's put it this way: if I go to these soirees and I detect corruption, guess what? I now know 2 cops that I can feed the insight to. Okay, so. Yep, so I will agree to become Stanton's hero.
Rightio. Well, okay, he says, perhaps you just, he goes, Maria, send in the 2 detectives, please. Okay, so they come in, and he sort of winks at you and says, so, detectives, you'll get the paperwork in due course, but as I said, this man was operating under special orders from the mayoral office. I'd like to introduce you to your name again? The Gauntlet, which has become Stanton's official hero guardian. So I'm sure you would like to brief him on all the legalities of what his rights are. We'll have to, of course, duly deputise him, and the limits of his duties. And sort of go, da 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 da. He seems to be trying to smooth it all over. The 2 detectives don't look particularly happy, but they don't seem to be able to do too much. Basically, you leave the office. The detectives there, and they say they still want to talk to you.
I figured that was the case. Where would you like to talk?
Yeah, but they say there's no way you're going to get a leave through the front door. There's too many people, and there's probably people right at the back, so you better do what you do best, fly boy, and fly out of here and meet us at the precinct. We'll talk about what we know.
Okay. So I'll obviously ask for the directions to the roof access. I assume it's via stairs.
Yeah.
And then I will, using the rocket pack, take off to the thing. I hope it's still functional. I haven't tested it since the fall. But since my spine, so I was about to say, since my I can't feel too much damage from my spine, I can't assume that it's non-functional. So take off and meet them back at the precinct.
So probably on the roof.
Again, yeah.
So it's a pretty informal discussion, which, because we're going to stop the recording very shortly, you're going to write how you sort of think it would pan out, and then if I need to, I'll add any complications. But then we'll add that bit to sort of finish off this, and then we'll talk a bit how long it is before you actually join the rest of the group and that sort of thing. But this is sort of your origin story. Okay?
Yep.
So I'll just stop the recording now.